Well, hello there, you're watching the official Theme Park Fans YouTube channel and welcome back to another video. So, as you can see by the video title, I am going to be giving you an insight of what it's like to work at Alton Towers. So, last year I finally achieved my childhood dream of getting my dream job at Alton Towers, and let me tell you guys, when I found out that I got the job, I was absolutely ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was on cloud nine and so last year it was a bit of a tricky season for Alton Towers because of the coronavirus pandemic, and also it was quite challenging for me as well because unfortunately I didn't get to work a full season, so that's from March to November, and instead I had to work from July to November. So in fairness, I did get a few months of working at Alton Towers, which was absolutely brilliant. But I thought I'd do this video to share my experience from working at Alton Towers last year, and also at the end of the video I'm going to be answering some commonly asked questions about working at the Alton Towers Resort. So do stick around at the end for that, in case if you're thinking of working at the Alton Towers Resort, whether that's this year, next year, 2023 and beyond, if you're thinking for the future, and whether you think it's right for you. So yeah. Let's get into the videos, shall we? So, as I said, I'm going to be sharing my experience of working at Alton Towers last year, and I'm going to go through it as quickly as I can, and then we'll come to the commonly asked questions at the end. So, my experience of working at the Alton Towers Resort last year, it was absolutely brilliant. So, I worked in the Product Excellence Department as a customer service host. My role involves answering queries on social media, i.e. Facebook and Twitter, and you might have seen the Alton Towers Twitter page have some beef and banter with Thorpe Park and Pleasure Beach last year. You know who did that? Me. That's right, I started a bit of beef with Thorpe Park and Pleasure Beach, and let me tell you, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So if you did see the beef and banter happen last year between Towers and Thorpe and Pleasure Beach, that was me. So as well as starting beef with other theme parks around the UK and Europe, I do answer queries on social media. So like, if a guest asks what time is Alton Towers closing today, I'll just say, hi, insert name, Alton Towers, the ride close at Alton Towers today is, let's say, 6 PM, hope you have a great day, yada yada yada. As well as answering queries on social media, I also respond to Google reviews on Yext, and I also respond to TripAdvisor reviews. Although TripAdvisor reviews, it's something that we don't really focus on in product excellence. But when I do get the free time, I do respond to some reviews on TripAdvisor. And it's not just the Alton Towers theme park reviews on TripAdvisor that I respond to, but also the Alton Towers Hotel, Splash Landings Hotel, the Alton Towers Water Park, the rollercoaster restaurant, because even the rollercoaster restaurant has its own TripAdvisor page. The only one that we don't respond to is the Alton Towers Spa, and that's because I think the Alton Towers Spa team, I think they respond to the reviews over there. So that's the only TripAdvisor page we don't respond to the reviews to, and that's the Alton Towers Spa. So sometimes during the day, I would leave the office and go for a 15-minute walk around the park with a litter picker to ensure that Alton Towers remains sparkly clean for all guests. This was a great way to break up the day and to also have some exercise, fresh air and time away from the computer screen. And I cannot stress this enough. Last season when I went for my walks around Alton Towers with Lou, James, it was mainly Lou and James. I know you two will be watching, so, I always have to throw in a cheeky mention of you two. But yeah, it was mostly with Lou and James, and I cannot stress this enough. Having a walk around Alton Towers and having that break from the computer screen was really useful for me, and not only was it good to get some exercise and fresh air, but I think it was really good for my mental health as well, you know, just have a change of scenery and, you know, have a bit of banter with Lou and James while walking around the park. So it was really nice, you know, just to get out of the office for 15 minutes, walk around Alton Towers with a litter picker to ensure that it remains sparkling clean for all guests. And, yeah, and it's one of the highlights of my day, walking around Alton Towers with Lou and James. You know, that's when they are in. When Lou and James aren't in, it's usually me who goes for a walk around Alton Towers on my own. So it's a little bit sad, but again, it's just good to get some fresh air and exercise. So, the majority of my shifts that I did last year in product excellence were 9 to 5, but there was one exception to that, and for one day during Scarefest, I did do a 12 to 8 shift. So, yeah. So, the shifts for Oktoberfest and Scarefest last year, they did vary. So, you know, there was like a 9 to 5 shift, there was a 10 to 6 shift, there was a 11 to 7 shift, and a 12 to 8 shift. You kind of get the gist of it, don't you? So, there was only once where I did a 12 to 8 shift, and let me tell you this, guys. That 12 to 8 shift that I did at Scarefest with James, it was really tiring, but it was really fun because even though it was a really tiring shift, I had a lot of banter with James, and you know, it was great to have someone keep me company for that shift. So again, James, I hope you are watching, James. It was great to have you on that shift. So anyway, moving on to the next bit, the people in my department. The people who I worked with in product excellence are some of the nicest people that I have ever come across. I was made very welcome right from the very first day, and my manager, she gave me plenty of time to get myself settled in, and I think this was a big factor in my confidence improving, you know, just to have that time to get settled in, you know, and not to be rushed into anything. You know, my manager, she just gave me time to settle in and, you know, take it easily. And, you know, I feel like this was a really, really big factor in me improving in my confidence, because when I went for my first shift on the 29th of February last year, and it's a shame I can't celebrate my first ever shift at Towers this year because it's a leap year. So I'm going to have to wait until 2024. But no, when I went in for that first shift on the 29th of February, you know, I was so nervous. Like, if I remember correctly, I didn't speak that much. Like, the only person who I spoke to quite a bit that day was Matthew. But apart from that, you know, I was just really quiet. But over time, you know, I've slowly gained confidence. And, you know, a big thank you to my manager for letting me get settled in. It was a massive factor in me improving my confidence. As well as that, I made new friends quite quickly who also helped me boost my confidence. So, yeah, I made a lot of brilliant friends in products last year, and, you know, my friends in products, they helped me boost my confidence, and it was just an absolute delight to get to know everyone in product excellence. We all got on very well throughout the season. As well as that, we had plenty of banter in the office. You know, the banter in the office, you know, it was brilliant. Like, it just kept going all day, literally. And the best and also the most important thing was that we never had any arguments whatsoever. Not once as a team did we argue or fall out. And, you know, that was really important to me, you know, because, you know, when you're working as a team, you need that, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're working as a team, you need that, I guess I could say, you need the, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but it's important as a team you don't fall out and you don't argue, you don't, you know, you don't fall out, you don't argue. And it was really good. Like, not once did we fall out as a team, and, you know, I was really happy with that. And I think the word I'm looking for is harmony. As a team, you need harmony. That's the word I was looking for, harmony. And, you know, in the team I worked in last year, there was a lot of harmony, and, you know, it was like we all got on very well. And The team I worked with last year have pretty much become my second family. I absolutely love them. So, to conclude, my experience in product excellence last year was a very positive one. I absolutely enjoyed every single moment of it, which I did. The banter, the laughs, and the funny moments I had will never be forgotten. Absolutely not. Even when, I don't know, how many years down the line. I'm trying to think now. I'm 21, but I'm turning 22 this year. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's say, I don't know, 40, 50 years down the line when I've retired, I'll never forget the funny moments. And the best thing about my first year of working at Alton Towers was the new friendships that I formed. It was brilliant to form new friendships, and that's coming from someone who gets nervous about meeting new people. I get really nervous when I meet new people, but it was absolutely brilliant to form new friendships. And when I think about it, they're pretty much friends for life. They're friends for life. So even if the friends that I made in products last year leave the team, I know deep down in my heart that they are friends for life. So that's really good. So yeah, to conclude, my first year of working at Alton Towers last year was a very positive one, and I just loved every moment of it. My manager, my team leader, they both gave me time to settle in, and they didn't rush me, and it really helped me. That did. It really, really helped me. So overall, the first year in product excellence was a very positive one, and I am absolutely looking forward to the 2021 season, and I cannot wait for my second year of working at Alton Towers. Fingers crossed I get to work a full season at Alton Towers from March to November. Hopefully that's if the government says, yay, theme parks can open. Da, 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 da. What's that? What is that? Da, 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 da. So anyway, moving on to the final part of the video, and that is commonly asked questions about working at Alton Towers. So as I said at the start of the video, if you are thinking about working at Alton Towers this year or next year or 2023 and beyond, I'm going to be answering some commonly asked questions about working at Alton Towers. So the first question, how old do I have to be to work at Alton Towers? So for most roles like ride host, admissions host, customer service host, which is pretty much me, etc., you have to be at least 16 years old to apply once you've completed your school exams. Now, I think I've read somewhere that this year school exams aren't going ahead. I might be wrong on that one. But usually, let's say in any normal given year, well, let's take 2019 as an example, even though it was 2 years ago. So once you've completed your school exams and you've left school, then you can apply for a job at Alton Towers for roles like, as I mentioned, ride host, admissions host, customer service host, etc. And if you do apply to be a customer service host, you could be working alongside me. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. Imagine that. How fantastic would that be? Okay, I won't do a bit like this ever again. Yeah, I won't do a bit like that again. It was a bit cringe-worthy, wasn't it? But yeah, you could work alongside me. How fantastic would that be? That's if you do apply as a customer service host. So anyway, for other roles like ride operator, you do have to be at least 18 years old. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I think if you do become a ride operator, I think you do have to do a bit of ride hosting first, and then you do become a ride operator. But if you do want to be a ride operator, you do have to be at least 18 years old. So if you are 16 or 17, then unfortunately you cannot apply for a ride operator until you turn 18 years old. So the next question, do I have to have any qualifications to work at Alton Towers? This is a really interesting one. And generally speaking, you don't need any qualifications for most roles at Alton Towers. However, qualifications may be required if, for example, you're looking to work in the engineering department at the resort. So, yeah, for most roles, if you're applying to be a ride host, admissions host, customer service host, retail host, you get the gist. You generally don't need any qualifications, but as I mentioned there, if you're looking to work in the engineering department, then I think you may need qualifications, like in engineering. Again, I might be wrong, but I think I might be right on that one. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe you may need some qualifications to work in the engineering department as a result. You know, if you want to be a ride mechanic, then I think you do need qualifications. But again, I'm not 100% sure, but again, I might be right on that. So there we go. So to answer that question, generally speaking, you don't need any qualifications, but if you want to work in the engineering department, then you may need some engineering qualifications. So the next question, what do Alton Towers look for in potential candidates? Now, this is a really interesting one, and teamwork is the big thing that Alton Towers look for in potential candidates. Whether you apply for the rides team, admissions, retail, customer services, etc., Alton Towers will always look for candidates that can work as a team. Last year we did work as a team, which was really good. But yeah, Alton Towers do look for candidates who can work as a team. So if you feel like you can work as a team, then you've got a great chance of working at the Alton Towers Resort. So the next question, do I get free tickets? Not only do you get free tickets for Alton Towers, but for all the Merlin attractions in the UK, in Europe, and around the world. And this is called the Merlin Magic Pass. So not only do you get free tickets for Alton Towers, but also Thorpe Park, Chessington, Legoland, Warwick Castle, all the Two Swords attraction, all the Madame Two Swords attractions in the UK, which is only Blackpool and London, all the dungeon attractions in the UK, all the Sea Life Centres in the UK, Gardaland in Italy, Heidi Park in Germany, and all the other Merlin attractions around Europe and the world. So it's a really good thing to have the Merlin Magic Pass. So the final question, the fifth and final question, should I say, do you think I should apply for a job at Alton Towers? One word, absolutely. If you have a passion for Alton Towers and you can work as a team, then go for it. One of the best things about working at Alton Towers is that you can improve your confidence and also getting to make new friends for life. So if you have a passion for Alton Towers like I do and you feel like you can work as a team, then 100% go for it. I mean, you've got nothing to lose if you apply. So whether you want to work in the rides team, admissions, customer services, yeah, me, get to work alongside me, retail or any other department at the resort. If you've got a passion for Alton Towers and you can work as a team, then absolutely go for it. And as I said there, when you work at Alton Towers, your confidence will be boosted, you make new friends for life, and it's just an amazing place to work for, Alton Towers. And I'm so proud that I work for not only what is pretty much regarded as the UK's #1 theme park, but also my local park that I grew up with as a kid, you know. As I said before, and when I was growing up as a kid, going to Alton Towers, visiting with my mum and dad, I always said to them that this is the place I want to work, and it finally happened. So there we go. If you did enjoy this video, guys, and if you did find it useful, then please give it a like, because it does really help the channel out. So I'd be really appreciative if you do give this video a like. Again, if you found it helpful and you enjoyed it, if you would like to become part of the theme park fans family, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. As always, our Facebook page link is in the description below, so please go check that out and give it a like. I'm not too sure when the next video is coming out, you know, because I'm generally running out of video ideas, but I'll try and come up with something new. And if I do, I'll try and get it out for next Friday or the Friday after that, you know. Coming up with new video ideas is pretty hard. And one last thing before I do go, guys, is if you have any further questions about working at the Alton Towers Resort that you want to ask me, then do leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to answer your question. So yeah, that is, if you do have any further questions after I did the commonly asked questions about working at Alton Towers. If you do have any further questions, then feel free to leave them below in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer your question. That's it, guys, for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Will Donahue. You're watching Theme Park Bands, and it's time to close the video down. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.